Good evening and welcome back to Netflix Football. And tonight is a very auspicious night because from what I'm gonna say, I'll start with it. The fourth highest international goal scorer amongst active players, all-time highest Indian goal scorer in the Indian Super League, all-time highest Indian goal scorer in the I-League history with 90 odd goals. AIFF Player of the Year for a record 6 times. Scored the most number of hat-tricks for Indian football team. First Indian player to have ever played in 3 different countries. Just the one name. Wishing our captain of the Indian national football team a very happy birthday to Mr. SUNIL Chetri. Of course, he is the Jamai of Bengal. So we have high regards for him as well, formerly of Mohun Bagan, East Bengal. He has been there, he has done it all. Absolutely. Probably, I think that is why the GOAT is the status. He is arguably the greatest player to ever wear the Indian jersey. Absolutely, I believe so. Happy birthday, El Capitan SC11. Absolutely. Chile to sponsor page but ek to go on karne. Oh goodness, I've not got sponsors as of such. I've got partners, most of all. Very few sponsors, so I'm not financially better off. But what I have got is a job, so I am a bit financially better off. Let's hope the salary gets in credited very soon. It's a reputed company. You'll see about it on Facebook pretty soon. I'm just waiting for the official offer letters. They take time to come in. So that's why I've been waiting. I've already announced it on my other socials. So just waiting to announce it on Facebook and burn a few more pubes that will be, of course, be in attendance. Of course, Sunil Chetri is the dream player. Like I remember in 2011, he signed for Mohun Bagan, played with Odafa Okoli. That partnership, mesmeric. That partnership would absolutely mesmeric. Like, I feel bad that he didn't dedicate more of his time in Kolkata, especially his wife being the daughter of like the daughter of Sugata Bhattacharya, who is a revered legend in Mohun Bagan and East Bengal colours. As a coach and as a player, people will come and pass that Pele ke atkechi kind of a joke, but Sunil has been there, he has done it all. Absolutely. No two ways about it. I made graphic about him and I tagged him. Let's hope he watches it, of course, but then again, these are times when you don't feel much lucky. First, if you're new to the channel, do hit the like and the subscribe button. 5 of you watching, do hit the like button. BFC changed him completely. BFC, Bengaluru FC, actually changed the segment of your Indian football completely. There's so much professionalism. I remember Sunil Chetri in an interview could not answer a question. He said that if I say something, I'll be fined by my club. That is the level of professionalism you want from a footballing entity and a football crazed nation who wants to go to the next level. That is the dedication you want. He's banging in goals even before Dempo. He's from the JCT Academy. He is from probably the Mohun Bagan Academy. So I think, so we have definite good ties with him. Definite good ties with him. Okay. It's all about Sunil Chetri. I hope someday I can get him onto the podcast and I will probably work towards that with all your support. I'll start off with Indian teammate of his. Let's start off with Sandesh Jhingan's possibility of going to a European club. So the news rumors is that is flying by is that there is a clause in his contract. Okay, Part Jindal is the only owner with proper ISL guts. Absolutely. Tomorrow I'm hosting Mr. Ranjit Bajaj again, so do join in on that session as well. We'll have lots of topics covering these as well as his new venture and whatever he wants to talk about. He's the man. That's why the cover poster, lads, it's Ranjit Bajaj. First, I'll put up the poster after the show on my socials. So beware, I'm just waiting for Ranjit sir to put his socials up. So after that I can share that. Although going back to the topic of Sandesh Jhingan, is that there is a clause in his contract which allows him to go to a European club if and when the offer comes in, even when he's contracted to the club. So there is a chance that an offer has come from either of 3 Austria, Greece, or Croatia. Big clubs in their respective domains, absolutely a step high, much higher from Indian football, of course. Pains me to say that, but then again, this is our halat, as you'd like to say. This is our condition. That's why I think thus he might be leaving Mohun Bagan, as there is as a clause in the contract. If he gets an offer from an European club, he can change the club even if his contract in with Mohun Bagan. Sad news for Mohun Bagan fans, because he is a rock solid defender, probably the best defender in Indian football. No, case closed. Like, I don't know whomever will debate this. If Sandesh goes as a Marine, it will hurt, but as an Indian, it will be proud. 8 Mohun Bagan will get destroyed in AFC without, I don't think, like, Tomasna has this habit of like over exaggerating with his adjectives. Will not get destroyed, of course. We'll see. It might be difficult, but then again, of course. Alright, if he goes to those clubs, he's 28 years old, it's the beneficial for Indian football as well, because it paves the way for more clubs to come in to and take a look. Like, already, I remember Dortmund is already with collaboration with Hyderabad. ATK, Atletico came in with ATK and then went back for obvious reasons. Manchester City group is with Mumbai City FC. Other than that, Sevilla has invested in a second division club. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? That Indian football is indeed upping on the horizon, and club football is the way forward. So probably in like 4 or 5 years, if Sandesh actually paves the way, that would be much beneficial. Hurts as a mariner, as Shayan said, absolutely. But as from an Indian perspective, imagine the experience that he can get playing in those leagues in those conditions with those kind of oppositions. He'll get scouted by other top clubs as well when they come into contact with him. And of course, there is high chances he might make an even step forward. He's a smashing defender. He is definitely a smashing defender. Just because of his Indian passport, he is lacking. And I think that he can bridge the gap between Indian football and world football if he takes the next step. I'll be very sad. Kerala United has tie up with Sheffield United, right? I missed out on that one. I feel sad as a mariner, as a Mohun Bagan fan, that Sandesh Jhingan, a defender like Sandesh Jhingan, whom we went all odds without thinking, we gave him a 5-year contract even with his injury. He's so good. It'll hurt, but it'll, for the horizons of the Indian football spectrum, it would absolutely be amazing. Absolutely be breathtaking. And it'll pave way for more footballers who are coming in through. With the ISL has made a roadmap, although that has been a money marketing league, as most people have coined it to be. It is somewhat of like that, but it will pave the way, genuinely pave the way for more and more players to go abroad. Definitely. So that's the part of Sandesh Jhingan. Also, let's talk about East Bengal right now. Like, I wanted to talk about East Bengal. Congratulations to them on their 101-year anniversary. I'm a rival. I'm not an enemy. So it doesn't hurt to give you the best wishes. Or else, if you guys aren't there in the ISL, whom are we going to defeat? Like, whom are we going to spread the banters? Whom are we going to insult on when we go out on our chai addas? Like, where's the bragging rights? As I said in the earlier podcast last week, that without East Bengal, there is no Mohun Bagan. That remains true to this date. They had a very hearty celebration of the 101-year camp, 1-year program. There's still no definite news that whether they will be in the ISL or whether they will be in the I-League. Chief Minister of West Bengal has somewhat confirmed or gave assurances to the public that East Bengal might play in the ISL. She said that we'll play in the ISL, but I take those things with a pinch of salt. That there are chances that Shree Cement has come down from the negotiation spot, has had a golden handshake, and all the committee members would remain, including the ones who were shamed publicly, who were distraught publicly. The one reason that the protest took place is going to stay. I think that is in accordance. Shree Cement is going to continue. I think all political affiliations has merged up with this. CFL starts in 2 weeks. Sandesh, he has an offer. Sandesh Jingan has an offer from Greece, Croatia, or I think, let me check, Greece, Croatia, or Austria. I don't know the clubs, but Austria specifically, teams from there play in the Champions League or the Europa League. So definite improvement. East Bengal, as I heard from various rumors from trusted sources, that they are looking to buy players. They have a long list of players that they need to sign. The deadline was 31st of August, the 31st of July. I don't know if that has been extended. A lot of grey areas, essentially. A lot of grey areas in this prospect to talk about, because you don't know clearly what is happening. CFL is about to start in 2 weeks, as Shan rightly mentioned, but where is the team? I don't see any team. Where is the team? Goodness, I don't know how they will manage. Like, the notion from the East Bengal supporters is that they'll make somewhat, they'll scrap through with the team, and since there is no relegation in the ISL, they'll just play it for, like, okay, we are there, we'll play it, something like that. They'll play, not even for pride, that's just participation. It's humiliating. If I'm a Bengali, I want two of the Bengal clubs to be on the top. Mohun first and East Bengal second, of course. But you want to dominate, being a Bengali with all the rivalries that we have with the South. We want to prove that Bengal is on top, but at the moment, Bengaluru, Kerala, all these teams are taking the bragging rights. And as a collective unit, this hurts. It hurts me as a football fan, as a Bengali who's been born and brought up by the soil, by the banter, by the heritage, and by the tradition. I don't know how they'll manage to string up a team, but I don't know. But only I don't know. I have had contacts with Odisha. I don't know if they are investing in proper, but they have a very good grassroots program. They'll probably not this year, maybe the years otherwise. I have a feeling that they will do very, very well. I know the head of football operations in Odisha FC, so he looks after the entire, so I get news from that source as well. So they have a long-term plan to establish themselves like a stronghold. They don't invest heavily. They have a plan. They have a proper plan. Like what I heard is being started at Bengaluru FC, they have initiated the same process. All professionals, all absolute professionals who know the sport, who love the game, look and bring a development. As far as I know, probably you give them 2-3 years and they'll be dominating Indian football. And the aim is not India. The aim is dominating Asian football, playing the Asian Champions League, playing the Club World Cup. Indians playing a Club World Cup. Like Pohang Steelers can get in from Korea. All these Japanese clubs like Vissel Kobe with Iniesta, David Villa beforehand, Torres going there. They all play in the Club World Cup. Why cannot India do that? Forget about them, even most ISL teams haven't started practicing. Although they have started almost going into quarantine. That's what I've heard, but let's see what happens next. Other than that, a few transfer rumors that I will talk to you about is that the first, starting with Roy Krishna, absolutely Roy Krishna, because most 99% is confirmed. 99% is confirmed to be starting in the colors of green and maroon. That was the surprise that all we were waiting in. And with the likes of Johnny Kauko, with the likes of the Frenchman that has been signed, Hugo Bumo, it is essentially a very frightening starting 11. Very, very frightening starting 11. Definitely. Other than that, some other news like not getting enough news actually. It's been very quiet in the market. And whoever has started Zlatan Ibrahimovic rumors and Mario Mandzukic rumors to India, let me tell you, those are all hogwash. Like literal hogwash. So many of them, I'm reading the news that I'm getting through. Okay, Apuya, it's this transfer of Apuya to Mumbai FC is almost a done deal, but there can be last minute changes. As Mohan Bagan wants him because they want to play a back three and they think Apuya is essential to that. With Thiri, the left-footed defender, with Apuya, the right-footed defender. We saw how magnanimous he was in a back three as the right-footed centre back, where he played the Sergio Ramos kind of role with all the long hair and the headbands and the hand gloves and all the accessories. He's looking the part. Essentially playing in that role, he'll be stupendously good. And I hope that Mohun Bagan can pull this deal through, because he's a smashing player. From what I have seen, he is definitely a smashing player. Even Marcus Melville Rao sir agrees that if he lets Sandesh Jhingan go, others will follow. Definitely others will follow. Okay. Important news is that Lewis Holtby, yes, you heard it correct, Lewis Holtby, former Schalke, Werder Bremen, Tottenham Hotspur, MLS player, who's probably 30, just turned 30 I think, German under 23 as well, German international, is probably linked with a move to ISL. I won't say the club, he has a very good chance to be playing in the ISL if the rumours are to be believed. Can you imagine Lewis Holtby? Saw him in the Premier League, we saw him in the Bundesliga. He's played for Tottenham in the Prem, although he was limited with injuries. He's a smashing player. I remember him getting, he also played for, before Max Meyer, I think he played for Crystal Palace as well. Essentially one of the very best deals, considering he's just 30 years old. He's a top player, very talented player. India is slated to play the Under-23 Asian Cup qualifiers in the end of September. Nothing announced by AIFF regarding practice camps. That is a concern. That is a concern. I don't know where the grassroots development or where the entire the entire developmental team are focused, because this Under-23 is what you need to develop. Like Sunil Chetri, happy birthday to him, he's turned 37. Like going back to that old rant again, what next? What next to Sunil Chetri? Whom do you play next to Sunil Chetri? There are just two who are not even proper number 9s or a proper goal scorer like the legend himself. Where is the development? Like if I come across news like this, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Indian football, because this is very tedious. As a fan, it is essentially tedious, because you want to see your club do well. You want to see your country do well. But where is that? How do you get the assurance that you are going to sign players, the foreigners? All we are excited about are the foreigners, but where is the developmental team? Pessian is here, Shaurya is here. Kya haal sahi hai bro? Not being able to do the pet streams as of late because I've been busy. So you understand. I'll start it if I get time from the eFootball 2022. eFootball 2022 is the time that I want to start, but it will be less. I'll still make time for you guys. It's the promise that I kept. I remember. I'll keep that promise as well. Right now I'm so stuck with my new job, with the YouTube, with some business consultancy as well. Let me get up the finance. I've struggled too much for the last 14 months. It's been so difficult, and you guys have stood by me from day one. It means so much. I'll repay it back, all of you. Maybe not in cash, but of course in quality time and in kind. Of course, I don't think there are any other rumors worthy to be talking about. I'm still searching for them. Not many. It's been very quiet. It's been very quiet. Very quiet. Chennai's foreign defender is done, says Marcus Melville Rao, sir. Top signing, he's a European. He is a European. I'm not getting the name. Probably he has links with Shakhtar Donetsk. I don't think. Felipe Melo, people saying Felipe Melo, forgetting that he is. He's also saying that Ariel Boychuk might be the defender, Polish defender, 30 years of age. He's without a club. Think might be a top signing. Might be a top signing. 9th August team karoge Juventus versus Barcelona. I don't think so. Hold me to Chennai, right? CFC is showing slowly doing the job. 9th August I won't get an off, man. I have an off on 14th, and luckily Luckily, the Manchester United vs Everton game is Leeds United game is there. I don't know if I can do more watch-alongs with the schedule I'm going to have, but still I'll try my level best. Let's see if I get the time, because I wake up at 5:30 a.m. It's difficult. I'm almost half asleep while doing this podcast. So I'll try, Shaurya, to do the Juventus versus Barcelona stream. But it is a pre-season. People will, obviously, the top players, Messi, Ronaldo, will not play. Obviously, all those things. Although Super League is there, they might be playing each other more often than not. I think that covers most of the transfer rumors. It has been probably a very slow weekend, because last week the rumors were flying in. This week I've covered most of the deals are getting through. Any updates I'll be giving you. Tomorrow, it's a podcast with Mr. Ranjit Bajaj. It's lads, it's Ranjit Bajaj. It's the Ranjit Bajaj show. So do tune in. Do send me your questions via DM or the post that I put up on Facebook or Twitter. So do DM me your questions if you want me to ask him those. Also, do tune in. After that, on Thursday, we have got a session with former Benfica coach Jose Diaz. That would be an epic session. It would be a big W for me, having an European experience. He has been a UEFA licensed coach for the past 11 years. A licensed coach. Can you imagine how much? We'll have a lot of info. He had offers from India. I'll not go much depth into that. So do stay tuned tomorrow and Thursday. With that, I think I'll crop off the show over here. Thank you for all your support. Do hit the like and that subscribe button. If you want to donate, you can do so in the numbers above, like a 6. If you want to spread your love, that is. I know all of you love me, but if you want to love me a bit more, you can do that. Jokes aside, I think I'll keep this show to premium. This has been lovely session. I'm your host Neil from Netflix Football, bringing you all the transfer news for both Indian and European football context. See you tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Be there sharp. Bye bye for now. Good night. Stay safe. And of course, stay at home. Bye bye.